It's crazy right now. Just got back from DC late last night. Very weird vibe at the Seidman Center. Um, just odd. You know, everybody's wondering, you know, uh, when something else is going to happen. Fortunately, a lot of us still have our jobs. There's been some rulings in the last few days regarding the improper termination of employees, of the probationary employees. I feel like we're going to make some progress on this. Um, they've already ruled in favor of some employees, and NTU's got another lawsuit um, that gets a hearing this week. So if you're a former employee that was probationary, I'd say that things are looking up. Do not don't file an EEO claim at the moment. You still have time if you want to do that later. Don't file your own MSPB claim yet. It may complicate things with NTU. If you're a member, make sure your contact information is up to date at ntu.org. Um, I won't be able to contact people through work. Um, the administration is now asking for lists of people that use official time for union business. In the past, I've limited my use of official time to an hour here, an hour there, but I didn't think it'd come to this. I know so, a lot of chapter presidents are a lot more busier than I am. So, but make sure your information is up to date at ntu.org. If you're not a member and you're a probationary employee, go ahead and go uh, to the website. I need you to contact your representatives and let them know how you feel about it. Um, and I think it's really time for all of us to stand up. I think we've been professional about this. In the past, let things work out with management. But I'm really concerned about uh, staffing at our agency and how it's impacting our ability to complete our mission. I think before the election, we were already understaffed in several positions, and by losing the probationary employees, of course, a lot of those were trainees in their first year. I know in the Atlanta region, we lost 17 people, and at least 12 of those were either compliance or risk financial institution specialists. So, so that's 12 examiners, at least 12 that we won't have. Those guys, in their first couple of years, do a lot of work on the exams. We've had a lot of people take the DRP um, along with early retirement. You know, um, I think they made a choice if that what was best for them. So if you took that, I salute you. Appreciate your service here at the FDIC, and so it's up to us to carry on our mission. Um, so if you look at what's going on right now at FAA, they're talking about actively recruiting um, air traffic controllers, and paying a bonus to the air traffic controllers that are still there. I think a lot of they're not saying it, but I have a feeling a lot of air traffic controllers took the DERP. Now they're shorthanded, um, which brings me back around to this whole thing. It just wasn't executed um, intelligently. Anybody can go in and break things, stir things up, cause a crisis. Which with the FDIC, we all know we have a important function and still confidence in the banking system. Um, there's a lot of other benefits to having us around too, as far as the banking industry goes. People go on to other careers in the banking industry if they don't stay at FDIC. Um, So there's a lot of benefit to that. We interact with the state examiners who are often understaffed as well. So it's important that we communicate our value to the rest of the country. So, and right now, if you stand up for yourself, and you're basically going to get a bunch of trash thrown at you, because people are hating on federal employees. But you know, like I said, with the air traffic controllers, people all of a sudden have said, "Hey, we might need these guys. We might need to keep the ones we got and treat the ones we got better, and recruit them." So we're going to be, you know, I think if we say, "Hey, look, you know, we were understaffed before this. Do we have some positions that we could identify, to lose due to efficiency? Probably. I know the agency's grown significantly over the last couple of years. So, but they need to focus on like what our core mission is and how we're staffed to do that and how we support those people. And by letting go, you know, uh, people that support those examiners, like IT people or even review examiners, I mean, is that a smart move? Um, we just lost our regional director. You know, we need to let people know. Everybody thinks federal employees are overpaid, but think about our regional director that just retired, Tim Rich. That guy has got I don't know almost 1,000 employees that he's directly responsible for. And then the FDIC state non-member banks in his portfolio, he's probably got upwards of 400 banks with over $1 trillion in responsibilities that he's got to manage. And the guy, he should be making $20 million a year. And instead, what was he making? It's public record. You could look it up. At what is it, publicpay.org or something like that. Look up the regional director's salary. Look at the division director, Doreen Eberly, what she made, even with bonuses and everything. I doubt it was over 400. And for the amount of the work that these individuals do, for the amount of responsibility that they do, I think they deserve credit for that, right? So just like every one of you do. So it's time for us to stand up, even if it means people, talking smack. It's like, well, how are you going to feel, um, when things start to fall apart? We've seen that in recent history. Back in 2008, when the bank failures started to ramp up, it was a direct result of what did they call it? The uh, the drive-by examinations, right? Where uh, we just scoped everything out and everything got a two. So, and then when things started to fall apart, it was like, yeah, maybe the bankers can't be trusted, or they don't. I wouldn't say they can't be trusted. Most of them, for the most part, do a great job, but it requires a second set of eyes to identify those layers of risk that they take on little by little that they're not really cognizant of. So I need you guys. I need you guys to go to ntu.org and take action. Right, put in your zip code and click on the box that says FDIC needs to be properly staffed, and send those out and get your kids to do it. Get your wife to do it. Get your parents. Get your neighbors. They don't have to be members to use that feature. The other thing I've learned is like if you want to drop Marjorie Taylor Greene a line, you just go to look up her district, pick a zip code in her district, and then put that in there. And you'll be able to send her a quick note. You know, and maybe find somebody, in maybe we can find somebody in those districts that's a member to reach out to their congressman because that makes a big difference. I think right now, everybody's standing back while all this turmoil is going on and just trying to see, how it's going to turn out. But that time has passed. We can see where this is going. They want to gut this agency to where we cannot perform our job, and we can't afford to do that as a country. So we really need to step up. We need to step up for ourselves. So it's important we all stick together. Keep a cool head. I know return to office is coming up on everybody. It's going to be a pain. You know, FDIC is chosen, to go against our contract. We've got actions that we can take once it's fully implemented. We intend to take. We'll probably prevail in court eventually, but in the meantime, need everybody to be professional. Just go into work. Do what your supervisor says, and we're all going to have to figure out how we're going to get this workload done. I mean, anyhow, um, let me go get some more coffee, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'm sure there's something I left out. If there is, put it down in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed. I just saw like 6 or 8 of you subscribed over the last week. So that means a lot, and you'll get a notification if you ring that bell, right? So get a notification next time I upload an email or a video. All right. That's all I got. Thanks a lot, guys.